Assalamualaikum guys and welcome back to the channel. Today our agenda is to talk about PHP 5 tricky interview questions which commonly asked whenever you go in an interview for PHP developer or backend developer if your specialty is in PHP. So these five questions must be asked in your interview. So let's gonna start today that what are the questions we included in this presentation for you guys. First of all, if we move further to if we move further to the next one, first one, it's about to the greeting. Okay, you are if you are new to the PHP and you are inspiring developers. So today we embark on a journey of PHP and exploring some questions beyond the scenarios that whether you are a senior developer or someone who wants to step in into the PHP. So these questions are designed specifically you for guys to test your knowledge and solve your problem skills because these questions are very common. Okay, whenever you want to join any organization. So next few minutes, okay, we will unreveal all the tricky PHP questions. Okay, so it will be very necessarily whenever you want to apply for an organization. Basic questions must be asked if you are a senior, if you have experience in 4 years, 5 years. So basic question must be asked from any HR or recruiter. Okay, so these questions just designed for you to sharpen your skills and prepare for challenging job interviews. So let's gonna start with our question number one. Okay, our question number one is about to the difference between the session and cookie in PHP. So guys, if you ever done the programming, I hope so you are familiar with the session and the cookies. What are the session and what are the cookies? Let's try to demonstrate. Okay, so first of all, let me talk about session and cookie. The one important thing which you need to be remember that both are used to store information. Okay, there is some difference between the cookie and the session. Cookie stores your data on the client side, means the user side. You are using, so cookies actually stores your data while the session is always created on the server side. Okay, and the reason for these two ones are used to store data or information. Let's say whenever you are using your browser, whatever it's Safari or it's Opera or it's Edge or it's Chrome. So you see there is a cookie created, okay, which actually stores your passwords, your location, your history. Okay, each and everything is stored in a cookie. Okay, your all credentials are saved in a cookie for specifically website. Whenever you are logging into specifically website, and once you successfully log in, it says that auto save or save never. So when you save these saves your credentials, so it will stored in the cookie, and cookie stores your data temporarily. Okay, while session is sorry yes about to the second thing, that is session data is always created on the server side. Whenever you are using a software and once you log in, so your credentials are stored in a session. Okay, and this session remains available when you use the software and or when the tab is open. Okay, it typically expires the cookie the session typically expires when you close the pop-up or you close the tab. So session will automatically destroy it, while cookie stores your data temporarily, okay, on users. Sometimes it stores in your hardware or sometimes it stores your data in cache. So this is the basic difference between the session and cookie. Both are used to store information. One stores data on the client side while the other stores the data on the server side. So let's move to our question number two, that describe the difference between MySQL and PDO. Okay, what are these two? So let me demonstrate this one. Okay, first of all, both both MySQL and PDO, okay, are used to interact with the databases. So interact with the databases, and this MySQL is specifically for MySQL databases. While this PDO is a database abstraction, and it actually provides the layers supporting multiple database system. If I talk about that, you are using the other MySQLs like the PostgreSQL, okay, or you are using the SQLite, MS SQL. So this actually PDO provides a uniform method to access multiple databases. So this is a purpose of PDO, and PDO actually stands for PHP data object, while MySQL, you know very well, MySQL stands for structured query language. Okay, MySQL is designed for to MySQL databases, while PDO is designed for other databases. It's actually provides a uniform method, okay, to access or connect with the databases like Postgres and etc and so on. Okay, and PDO, I already told you that why we are using, and PDO is actually a prepared statement. Okay, you always use PDO with the prepared statement. Okay, so next, this is a basic difference between the MySQL and PDU. Both are designed to interact with databases in PHP, and the difference I already told you. So if I move to the next question is about to be difference. That is question number three: unset and unlink in PHP. These tools are these questions might commonly ask. Okay, a very important question. Unset and unlink, these are the two functions in PHP. So let's try to illustrate this. What is these two? Unset is actually it's not specifically related to a file operation. Instead, we use it to unset a variable or multiple variables. Not only variables, you can unset multiple variables. Okay, when used with a variable, unset actually destroys a variable. Okay, and freeing up the memory. um, let's say here I do not have the pen here. So if you want to destroy something, destroy the variable, you can use this unset function. Okay, let's say if I insert, and if I go to, actually pencil will be not allowed here, so that's why I am not. If I let me here, right? Okay, let me if I show you that, let's say I'm defining a variable with the a, and I define what is inside. Let's say I define PHP. Let's say this is the variable I defined it here. Okay, so if you want to be destroy, you can use the actually it is not visible to here, so I'm using this line. So if you want to destroy this, you can use this unset function, and in unset function you have to be provide that variable where you store this number, that is $a. So once you run this one successfully, and here the semicolon comes, so this actually destroy your variable. Same like when we talk about the second one, that is about to the unlink. So unlink is basically used to delete a file. When you want to delete file from the file system, you can use the unlink function, and the syntax is same. In the variable, you have to provide the path, and you say that if this file path exists, then unlink. Okay, if this connection is already present, or if it is linked, then you have to unlink. Okay, or you delete the file. Unlink simply means you have to delete the file. So this is about question number three. Question number four, very important: difference between the get and the post method in form submission. Obviously, PHP deals with the backend data, and backend mostly consists of the forms users data. So form, to submit the form, we have the two methods to send the data, that is the get and the post. Get method is used when we want to fetch something from the database, we can use the get. And the post method is used when we want to submit the form. When the form is submit, we use the post method. And post method is quite secure, because the reason for this one, because when you submit the form using the post method, the data is not visible in the URL, uniform resource locator. While on the other hand, if you use the get method to submit the form, all of your form data and the data you entered in your field will be visible in the URL. So post method is quietly used to submit the form in the HTTP request body, and it is suitable for sending large amount of data, and it is considered to be more secure than get, as the data is not visible in the URL. So next is about to that how you would handle the user submitted data in PHP using XSS attacks. This is about to the relating the cross-site scripting. Okay, is basically is a it's a web security. Okay, that actually allows hackers to inject malicious JavaScript code into the web page, and the code this code can be used to steal user data, hijack the sessions, or take control of the user's browser. So that's why a cross-site scripting is used. So the question arises that how you will handle. So if you want to prevent the cross scripting attack, you should always sanitize with the user submitted data before outputting into the web page, and this particularly can be done using the variety of techniques such as HTML skipping, or there is HTML entities. Okay, URL encoding, or you can use a JavaScript library like XSS filters, that is cross site scripting. So this is also the important question, and the last question is related to how you would handle the uploads in PHP. This question is related to the file uploading, because whenever you want to create a system that actually uploads the file into the specific browser, so how you prevent the security lack. So there are some things which the interviewer might be asked. So you can say that you can validate the file type, make sure this file is allowed. Like say if you visited some job site application, you see some uncertain formats of files are allowed, that is PDF, doc, or some other formats are allowed. Okay, so you can validate the file type, and then you validate the file size to make sure it's not too large. Let's say you created a resume and it's 1 GB, so it will be not allowed. Minimum size for to upload is, I think, 20 MB is recommended. And move the uploaded file to the secure location on the server, and use a file upload library like PECL file uploader to handle the uploading process. So these are the some prevent security and features that must be followed whenever if you want to handle uploads in PHP and you want to be secure at. Okay, security breaches, if you want to prevent from the security breaches, so you can use these type of recommendation. Okay, file type, validate the file type whether it is allowed, then check the file size whether it meets your specific condition or not, and if it meets first two condition is true, then you move the uploaded file to the secure location on the server. Okay, or you can use a file upload library like this one which I mentioned to handle the uploading processes. So guys, that's all about the important questions which we discussed in the PHP. Okay, what type of questions the interviewer might be asked. So these are the very important questions, particularly about the get and post. This is the very common question. So ask. So guys, um, I hope so. Today's lecture is clearly to you. Today, the video I just designed specifically you guys. If you are a new one to the PHP, or if you want to prepare for an interview, so this video might be helpful for you. So, guys, if you like my video, kindly do like, subscribe, and share. Meet you in next video. Take care.